Hi, welcome to Simply Scrapping. And today is day 23 of the 30 days of sketches. Today's sketch is brought to you by Michelle West. A lovely simple sketch. You can do so much with this even though it looks quite simple. So you have a 4x6 photo, a 3x3 photo. They are all matted together. Mine will be different, just saying, telling you now. Banners down here, banners up the top, some embellishments here, here and here, and it is on one piece of paper which is backed on another piece of paper. So let's see if I can follow this sketch, unlike yesterday's. See how we go. Okay, so these are my photos. This is me having a little family get together for my 18th birthday, and they were wider. I trimmed them down. Sorry Mum, I had to chop you off. But I kept a little bit of her in here only because I wanted to keep this here on the table. So I don't know anyone else had these, but our family certainly did. They came out at parties. They were the silver 2-tier tray that you put little cakes and things on. They always came out at parties. The Lamington were like little Lamington cupcakes. Mum would cut the lid off, fill with jam and cream and put lids back on. She was a fantastic cook. And then at the time, these were fancy chocolate biscuits that you didn't get all the time, only got special occasions. And they were, pretty sure they were Arnott's, and they're like caramel crowns or something, and I think there was Tim Tams and some others. And those biscuits were only on very special occasions. So that's why I wanted to keep this in, because these biscuits people have all the time now, and there's so many more varieties, but they were special back then. And Mum always had to make cakes and things for any get-together. So, and she was an excellent Lamington maker. I've tried to make them over the years, just don't compare. So that's one of Mum's specialities. Yeah, so, and that's the cake, and I'm pretty sure Mum made the cake as well. So there you go. They're the photos I'm doing. The papers I'm using are an old collection, but that's nothing new on my channel. I've got an extensive old stash that I'm using up. So if you're here to see all the latest and greatest products, I will eventually, but not for a while. First, I'm going to use up a lot of my old stash. So you might have some of this in your stash too. If you do, then I'll give you ideas on how to use it. But don't waste it. You just keep using it. Who cares? It's not the latest and greatest. I don't. Alright, so this is the little Primrose collection by Kaisercraft. They never put dates on their stuff, so I don't know how old it is, but it's got to be, I would have bought this when my daughter was little, so it's got to be 2004, 2006, somewhere around that area. Right, so I'm using this as my background paper, which I'm then going to mount on a white piece, a very thin mat. Then my backing piece is this pink pattern, and it also is going to be on a little white mat. Okay, my embellishments are the sticker sheet, basically, well, 2 sticker sheets. I've already selected to use the big flowers, the teacups, and these have very little stick left. So once I took them off the sheet to see if they would work in what I was planning to do, there's no way they're going back on. So I already know that I'm going to have to use glue to use them on my page, but there's nothing wrong with that. They can still be used. They're perfectly fine. My heading is going to come out of these letters. And I've got another sticker sheet here, and I was playing around with a couple of these girls to see which one would work on the page. And as you can see, they won't stay stuck back in place, so I may have to use a bit of temporary adhesive for blue dots. I don't think I'm using this girl, so let me just glue dot her back on the sheet so at least I don't lose her, so I can use her on another layout. Yeah, so they're the embellishments I am using, and I've also got some pink enamel dots here to use, and I think that's it. So let's get this page started. here's my layout. It's a little bit different to the sketch, but I've just moved the photos around, so it's like I've reversed them. I've put the big one at the top and then moved this one over to the other side, so that's a little bit different. I still have the matting, but I have double mats, and these mats ended up thicker than what I wanted, but anyway, I must have not been thinking when I was cutting them and cut them all a bit smaller than I intended, but that's okay. My title's in a different place. I couldn't make it fit. I wanted to do 18 today, but I just couldn't make that work. I probably could have put today down here, but I don't know. I ended up going with happy 18. It still indicates that it's a page about someone turning 18, so I guess, you know, it still works. I have the flags like on the sketch, and I have a few enamel dots here and there, and this wanted to use this huge flower cluster because it's been hanging around for a lot of years, so it needs to get used. And same with all the other stickers. Like as you saw before, they're just not going to stick back onto the sheet. Even with using the removable glue, they're just not going to stick. So I'm going to have to take them all off, put them in a little bag, I think, to put back in with the papers, so that they don't get wrecked hanging around loosely. What else do I want to say? Oh, I gutted all the white cardstock so I could reuse that, but I didn't gut this pink one on purpose because I've had this paper for a long time, and I just want to use up the stash that I've got so I can then go and buy some new stuff. So I do try to conserve as much as I can, but there comes a time when you're sick of looking at your collection and like you just need to use it up and get it off the shelf into an album. And yeah, you don't want it hanging around forever and a day. So I'm not really that conscious of trying to conserve the paper. If it's a really spectacularly pretty one, then yes, I will. I'll gut the middle, but this is just a pink background, so I've got lots of those. Alright, so that is my sketch for day 23. If you've liked this, give me the thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing and hitting that notify bell so you know when my next video comes out. And don't forget to check out the playlist listed below. That'll have everyone playing along making videos for all these 30 days of sketches. Thanks for dropping by and have a scrap happy day. Bye bye.